Hey everybody, welcome to Game Time. My name is JJ and this is another episode of Video Game Pickups. And we got some good stuff this time around. I want to thank Kijiji this time. I'm going to tell you guys how I got this one. Kijiji, you know, somebody posted some games, some Super Nintendo games actually, about 45 minutes before I logged on to Kijiji. So I got a good deal on them and I went for a journey, and I drove for about 3 hours yesterday going to grab these games. But that's something you got to do if you see a good deal somewhere, and sometimes you got to go drive to go grab it. I say go and grab it because the odds of finding certain games and stuff are very, very, very slim sometimes, especially the stuff that I did get in this lot, you know what I mean? So we're going to start with the PS2 games and a few other things that I have. And then we'll get to the meat and potatoes, which will be the Super Nintendo complete games that I want to talk about. So, alright, let's get this going. So, let's get these ones out of the way. I picked up a good little PSP, a good, I had one before, and I ended up giving it away as a present to somebody who could probably use it more than I did. So, I ended up with another one, pretty sweet deal. And I was happy to actually get Parappa the Rapper for the PSP. I'm actually going to pop this in after this video and probably play this right away. I still don't have the PS1 version. My buddy picked one up for the PS1 the other day. I just got there too late, you know what I mean? So it happens. What else did I grab? A couple DS games, Game Boy Advance games. I picked up Frogger for the DS, nice little filler for the collection. You know, I like the original Frogger. I didn't realize how good I was at it till about a couple weeks ago, so ended up with a SpongeBob game for the Game Boy Advance. And I ended up, when I picked up that Game Boy Advance in my last pickups, inside the Game Boy Advance itself was, I didn't even realize it at the time, but was a copy of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for Game Boy Advance. So a nice little score. It's like you grab your system and you're about to try it out and you're like, hey, wait a minute, there's already a game in there. And it ends up being a cool little game. You know, Baldur's Gate, I didn't have it, so great for the collection. I enjoyed the Baldur's Gate series, you know, even on the computer. It's a lot harder on the computer, a little bit more in-depth, you know, but the ones for the PS2 are really good, so it was a good little addition for the collection. We'll start. There's a little bit more recent stuff that I picked up for a good deal as well, you know, before I get to too much of the classic stuff. We've got the Simpsons game for PS3, we got Silent Hill Downpour, I got Call of Duty Ghosts. I didn't have it for PS3. I had it for Xbox 360. So I ended up with Ultimate Ninja Naruto. I ended up with a copy. This is my third copy that I've gotten of Diablo 3 for 360 and Final Fantasy 12 for 360. Just to get those out of the way. Diablo 3 is a good game. I keep trading it away or giving it away. So, we got some PS2 games. We got Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. It's good because I have Splinter Cell 2, but I don't have Chaos Theory. I don't mind the sneaking around games and stuff. I used to play this actually quite a bit. Another game I really wanted to try out was Raw Danger, where you got to survive different, you know, dangers and different natural disasters and stuff. It looks really neat to try out, so this is probably something I'm going to try out in the near future. We got Dance Dance Revolution, Supernova. I don't have a dance mat yet. I haven't found one, so in the future you'll see me dancing away. In the future. We got Ghost Recon 2. I didn't have that one for the collection. I used to play a lot of Ghost Recon on the computer, you know, with the mic and, you know, we got your big muffs on and everything. Rock Band Track Pack Volume 2 I did not have. I did not have Band Hero either. And also I did not have Guitar Hero 5. I stopped buying a lot of the Guitar Hero games and a lot of the... They were just pumping them out like crazy, so I didn't buy a lot of the more recent ones, so it's nice to get them in the collection now. I'll play them eventually. We got X-Men, the official game, well, X3, the official game, a little bit, it's not bad. A good little platformer, you know what I mean, hack and slashing away. We got Kim Possible for PS2. We got SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's funny because I didn't even realize there were so many SpongeBob games for the PS2. I think this is like my fourth different one that I've gotten. I'm like, how many SpongeBob games actually came out for the PS2? Quite a few of them. NBA Ballers, Phenom, little sports game. You know, we got Chronicles of Narnia for the PS2. It's a good game. What else we got down here? Another little stack of PS2 goodness. We have Wall-E for the PS2. It looks cute. You know what I mean? I'll probably end up trying that out. We got NASCAR 08. Good for your little racing collection games. I don't have a whole lot of racing games, like I said before. We got Zathura, the one that's based on the movie. Actually, I haven't tried this one, so it's going to be fun to try that out. We got Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. I remember when that came out. It's okay. It's more of a third-person shooter, you know what I mean, hiding behind buildings and stuff. So it's okay. It's just not my kind of war game, you know. Golden Compass. The movie sucks. The game's probably not as good as the movie either. So we'll have to see. If they let me ride a polar bear, I'll be happy. We got Pac-Man World 3. It's good. And you know, all I'm missing is Pac-Man World 1 now. I have 2 and 3 for the collection. Nice to have. I'll take it. Siphon Filter Logan's Shadows. I didn't have actually any of the Siphon Filter games for my PS2. I used to play a lot of Siphon Filter 1 and 2 and on the regular PlayStation, but I also picked up the Omega Strain as well. So I was really happy to get both of those. Quite a few little war games, eh? We got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3. I do like Rainbow Six. I like Rainbow Six Vegas. I don't know why. I like the arcadey feel of Rainbow Six Vegas for the 360 actually. I didn't play a lot of the older ones. They're good though, you know what I mean? It depends how in-depth you like your shooting games. Secret Weapons Over Normandy, a little bit of an airplane game. I don't play too many of them. I do have a few of them, like Ace Combat and whatnot, but I don't have too many of the older style airplane games. Ultimate Board Game Collection. I thought I had this in the collection, but I didn't. So I had 20 classic games from around the world. Good for your grandmother. We said, here we go again with another SpongeBob game. SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePantis is what this one is. Another quirky adventure, eh? And surprisingly enough, I didn't have True Crime New York City. I actually still have a promo t-shirt from when this came out, and I worked at the video store. A nice little long sleeve shirt. It was really neat to have. Good little bit, it's nice to get promo stuff from companies when games get released and whatnot, eh? So we got True Crime. So after, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. So now, like I said, I was on Kijiji and I ended up finding this really, really good lot of video games for Super Nintendo. Now, this person obviously did not know what these games were worth. I'm going to tell you that's flat out. They did not know what these games were worth, and they put up, you know, this is what the price is, and I accepted it. And when you're on Kijiji and you're looking for stuff, there's an option up there that lets you actually call the person, get their phone number, and actually call them, instead of sending them a message and waiting for them to reply you back through email. Because if you call them, you're going to make contact right away, you're going to get your ass over there and buy these games as soon as you can. Because when you see people that have this extremely awesome lot of games for a decent price, you're going to want to be there as soon as possible and have that in your hands as soon as possible, because you're going to know that there's going to be 50 other people right after you offering him more money for this lot. So it's a matter of keeping a good relationship with them and talking to them along the way. Like seriously, halfway there, he actually texted me, because we exchanged phone numbers, saying, I'm on my way there, I'm going to grab him. He texted me and actually said, wow, I could probably have gotten more for this stuff. You know what I mean? Like he realized afterwards that he could probably have gotten more for this stuff. So I'm a pretty decent guy. I leveled with them and I said, it's going to go to a good home, into a good collection. I'll offer you a little bit more money to make up for some of it, which still ended up being a very good deal, okay? Like, it's just keeping him happy while you're on your way there to go pick up these games, because as long as they're not in your hands, they're not yours, and you're not going to be able to pick them up, okay? So that's my tip. If you see something, go and get it, because somebody else is going to go grab it before you. And even if they increase the price on the way there, sometimes it's just worth your while to just give them that extra, you know, $50 for, you know, what you just paid for everything, you know? So I ended up going there. The transaction was like instant. I went to the door, I picked up this box, I gave them my money, and I ran to my truck. And I went home on I was pretty happy. That was a good pickup. So this is what I got. So Kijiji, guys, classified ads and whatnot. So I ended up with a complete copy of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And a lot of people don't like Mystic Quest. but it's finding a complete copy is still really hard to get. This is, you know what I mean? So it was nice to add to the collection. I did have Mystic Quest already, but I didn't have it complete, so you know, I ended up with a double, but I got this one for the collection. I really appreciate that. That's really awesome. I ended up with a complete copy of Brainlord, complete with box and everything, which is really cool because I already had Brainlord for the Super Nintendo. I had the booklet and I had the item list, you know, fold out for it. So getting a new one with the box really helped me out because I get the kind of piece of the whole set together, and now I have pretty much a complete copy with the item list, the booklet, everything. So I was really happy to get this one for the collection, you know what I mean? The boxes are, whoever had these had them in good shape and kept them in good shape too, you know what I mean? There's normal wear, you know what I mean, for shelf wear for Super Nintendo, but the boxes and stuff are not crushed or anything, so it's really neat. I got a complete copy of Illusion of Gaia for the Super Nintendo. This one's another one that's got a couple little inserts in it as well. I've got all of those with it, and it's a nice little RPG for the collection. It's kind of an action RPG. You know, if you like Terra Enigma, if you like Soul Blazer, this is kind of in the same trilogy, kind of in the same world. But it's nice to get it. The box is in excellent shape. I will never complain about that. And probably one of the best games that I picked up in the last couple weeks would be Chrono Trigger in the box with the manual. It is in excellent shape. I actually now, you know, I own Chrono Trigger on other platforms, and I used to own this for Super Nintendo a long time ago, but you know, when you're younger, you trade away games and stuff like that, and it's just the way it is. But this game alone was, you know, was worth going over there for the drive and picking up for the amount of money that I paid for it, just this game alone. So it's great to add to the collection. I'm going to take really good care of it, obviously. You know, I'm actually going to play the crap out of it too, you know, so I'm probably going to maybe do a playthrough of the Super Nintendo version of this game eventually on my channel. So it's going to be fun. We're going to enjoy the crap out of this game. It's really nice to have for the collection. I also picked up one more thing, and we're going to grab it off the shelf here, because I forgot to put it on the floor. I picked up the Super Bomberman Party Pack for the Super Nintendo. It's in one of those large boxes, you know, a la Earthbound, you know. I wish I had Earthbound. I don't have it. That's one of the other games I got rid of a long time ago, but give it time, give it time. And it actually comes with the multi-tap inside and a copy of the game. It's actually very hard to find in this complete package. So it was really nice to find that in this lot as well. So a nice little addition to the collection. And now I can play Bomberman with 4 people. Yeah, life is good. So yeah, that was my episode of video game pickups for this last little bit. I hope you enjoyed it. There's lots of cool stuff to add to the collection, so we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and happy gaming.